What's up, good people? Welcome back to the StockXchange Network. Man, I just want to say thank you to everyone, to all of my followers, to the new subscribers. Thank you for everyone who's sharing, who's telling everybody about this channel, everyone who's giving comments, whether you like or dislike. If it's anything that I speak about, that I talk about, that you can relate to, if it's something that you want me to dive deeper into and really peel back the layers of, please share with me. Please leave a comment to tell me exactly what it is that I said, and I will reiterate it or go deeper into it. At the end of my last show, I literally said a quote that means a lot to me, and I stopped it right there. So I want to pick right back up at it. It's something that's very, very dear to me, and I really want to talk more about it. And that quote was, "You can put something in a woman without putting something in a woman."
Something has to change. TV and social media has way too many of us detained. Not just from our friends and family, but from ourselves we're estranged. So now it's time for me to start my campaign. It's no votes needed, I'm not conceited. The people have proclaimed. Here comes your guaranteed return from the stock exchange, from the stock exchange, from the stock exchange, from the stock exchange, from the stock exchange.
You can put something in a woman without putting something in a woman. And I truly believe that a lot of men and women have never really broke this down. They've never really sat there and really understood what it means and walked it out. I want to use, for example, well, first let me give a story. There's a young lady on my route that I talked to, and she just shared with me that she just broke up with her boyfriend. And she shared with me that he was very possessive, that he didn't like for her to look nice when she stepped out. He didn't like for her to put on makeup before she went to work. He didn't like for her to keep herself up. He would actually get upset and get mad when other people gave her other men gave her compliments and told her that she was beautiful. He used that against her and was like, "That's not fair. You shouldn't be accepting these compliments from other people." That is so bogus. It is impossible. I want to state this right now. For men and women in relationships, it is impossible for us to go out and avoid the opposite sex. At work, at the grocery store, at the car wash, wherever we go, the bookstore, there are going to be people of the opposite sex, and we're going to run into them. And I understand that trust is very serious out here. Trust is something that's been broken by the man and woman. A lot of the reasons why people sit back and talk about relationships, and they talk about how messed up relationships are, or how whack that marriage is, it goes back to infidelity. It goes back to the inability to be trustworthy. So I want to really talk about this situation now and give you more of a breakdown so men and women can understand what's the purpose of a man in these quarters. So I'm gonna use one of my favorite restaurants, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants that I like to go to, Plaza Azteca. Often I'll go to Plaza Azteca, and if I'm going dolo and by myself, oftentimes I'll just go to the bar. Like I said, I might have me a frozen margarita, order my food, chips and salsa. I'm vibing, I'm chilling in my own bag. I cannot control who comes to join. I can't control the seat beside me to the left or to the right. I can't control whether a man comes and sits down beside me or a woman comes and sits down beside me. So at the end of the day, a lot of times a woman comes and sits down, or maybe two sit down. And I can only be the individual that I always am. I'm going to talk. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to share with you who I am. I'm going to let you know that, I'm going to make sure that you know that you're sitting beside someone who's genuine, someone who's down to earth, and someone who cares about people. So at the end of the day, there's going to be a dialect. There's going to be a conversation. And at the end of the day, I'm a great listener. I'm going to give great feedback. If it's something that they're going through, I'm going to nurture them. I'm going to uplift them. I'm going to encourage them. If they're talking about something that I'm unaware of, I'm going to ask for you and show interest, ask for you to give me more detail. I want to learn. I really want to hear what you have to say. And in the process, There's going to be relatable moments. We're gonna have. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be some charisma there. There's gonna be laughing. There's gonna be comedy. So at the end of the day, this individual is gonna feel comfortable, just like whether it was a male or a female sitting beside me. This is the way that we're gonna talk and have it. So at the end of the day, these women are going to ask, well, you know, what are you doing here by yourself? Or, of course, I got a ring on. They're gonna ask, so where's your wife? And this is where I'm going to exalt my wife. I'm going to uplift her. I'm going to talk about how amazing she is. I'm going to talk about how much I love her, how great our relationship is, and just continue to go on. Where in a lot of situations, most men, they're going to brush it off, or they're going to talk about the struggles that they have in their relationship, or they might even lie and say, you know, I just wear it just to, you know, keep people away, and use it as a decoy, or more so as an attraction for women. But at the end of the day, these are normal interactions. This is normal. There's nothing wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't overstepped my boundaries. I'm not cheating. I'm not verbally, emotionally, or physically. None of that's going on. But it's gonna come a time at the end of this conversation, if a woman enjoys conversation, if a woman likes the energy that's being given off, if a woman likes what you, the appearance that you have, the opportunity is going to come where, well, you know what? I really, really enjoyed this conversation. Is there any way that, you know, maybe we could talk again later? This is where maturity comes in. This is where understanding, this is where purpose comes in. And I want to say the quote again. You can put something in a woman without putting something in a woman. This is where most men fail. This is where most men take the number. They start having side conversations. They may even say, you know, let's meet back here at a different date. And you continue to have that on. Now you're in a bad situation. You're in a bad spot. What really needs to happen is from the understanding of a man, this woman needs to see an example of a solid man. She needs to see an example of a loyal, dedicated, real, genuine man. At the end of the day, you let that woman know, you know what? That wouldn't be a good idea. I wouldn't like it if my wife was to, you know, meet some random man at the bar and to continue to talk to him. And, you know, I want to give her that same respect, and I won't do that to her as well. And at this moment, this woman will see, she'll have an example of what a loyal man looks like. They might claw, they might ask you to you know, it's okay. I'm not looking for anything. I just like the conversation. But let them know that I can't do that. Like, there's time that I have to spend with my wife. There's no way that I can call and talk to you to help build you, to help you grow, to help you evolve and become a better individual, when that is a daily routine. That is something that a husband is supposed to do for a wife, and a wife is supposed to do for a husband on a daily basis. There's no room for that. And at the end of the day, if I'm representing, if I'm being a mentor of what a husband is, if I'm being the example of what a husband is, it's no way that I can step out here and do anything negative with this individual, because now I've disrespected myself, I've disrespected my vows to my wife, and I've really disrespected this woman, because during the conversation, she shared with me why she's single. She shared with me why she doesn't have a man, why she's afraid to step into a relationship because most men don't understand her, or most men aren't serious. So at the end of the day, it's part of my duty, it's part of my purpose to show her that there are good men left. There are positive men left. There are men out here that have self-restraint, that have self-control, that can have a platonic conversation, a platonic relationship with someone, but not overstep those boundaries. When I walk away from her, when I leave the room, when I go home, in the back of her mind, it's gonna be like, wow, I shot my shot and he didn't bite. That's what I hope for. When I meet a man, when I get into a relationship, if my husband is not with me, or my boyfriend is not with me, he goes out with his friends, or he goes out to these places by himself, he just showed me the blueprint. He just showed me the example of how a man can literally have a conversation with someone They can literally give great insight. They can be a great listener. They can be charismatic. They can be uplifting, encouraging, nurturing. Everything that a woman is looking for, yet not overstep those boundaries and leave it there. That is so important for us as men. I don't think men really sit down and look at the depths of our actions. We don't get outside of ourselves. We're often taught to be selfish growing up. So therefore, when those opportunities arise, we jump on them, we take them, we accept them. But if we are, and I say this a lot, but as men, if we genuinely are the dudes that we preach, we're the dudes that we talk about in locker room talk. I'm the man, I've been with this person, I've been with that person. That life is old. We know what that brings. We know what that's about. And if you've been in that situation, you know that no woman likes or appreciates her man giving what she desires to someone else. Like, we really have to sit down and really break it down. What are the benefits of stepping out? What really good comes from us tapping into infidelity or stepping out and dealing with another female? What good comes from that? And I'm gonna jump into that. I'm gonna leave it right here because I want to take off from that very sentence. What good comes from it? So man, I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all understood where I'm coming from. I hope y'all see exactly what I'm trying to represent and what I'm trying to teach to help the nuclear family. It starts with the head of household. The husband is the head of household. If we don't grow, if we don't become strong, if we don't take our rightful spot, then the women and the children are going to continue to just fall by the wayside. It's up to us to take our rightful spot. So I'm not going to hold you, man. Please subscribe. Please share. Please just let everyone know that it's generally somebody out here that's talking about real life, that's talking real rap about relationships, about family. Peace, love, and happiness. Stock Exchange.